Hey, what's up? It's Bob and Mike from OddsJam. OddsJam TV, the Sports Nuts, OddsJam Nuts on TikTok. We're everywhere. Here with our last minute betting.
Live chat available.
Live chat available. That's right. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Don't forget to sign up and click the links below for the best sports books in your state. That's right. And don't forget, this is something new with playoff time upon us. We've got the Mavericks and the Jazz. Best bet. There's a link down there. Go check it out.
Click it.
Playoffs are upon us, man. And don't forget, what else we got to do, Mike? We got to have that OddsJam partner program, buddy. Have you forgotten that already?
I haven't forgot. I mean, I didn't know you were asking me literally. I thought you were. And Mike, what about that
OddsJam partner program?
I mean, you didn't really cue me to say anything.
It's okay, buddy. Share it with your friends and make some money. 20%. Okay, once again, don't forget.
How about the 3 free bets?
I'm getting there. Mavericks versus Jazz. Best bet. Click that link down below and you in the description, and it'll take you directly to that page. And yeah, the 3 free bets. Go to OddsJam.com. Sign up for free. 3 free profitable bets delivered to your email on a daily basis. All right, Mike, we are going to kind of recap everything that happened over the weekend to a certain degree, because otherwise we'd be here all day, and I did that all this morning. We know Jordan Spieth won the golf tournament, the Heritage, so congratulations to him. Hell of a bunker shot there. We know that today the Twins beat the Red Sox 8-3. So
my Twins, baby. I'm high on the Twins.
2-2. My Red Sox, baby. Thought they were going to take 3 out of 4, but the Twins came back today. Pretty good series. Those teams could be battling it out for quite a while for a wild card. I can see that possibly happening. In the meantime, Mike, in the NBA, we've got series going on, and we had one heck of a weekend of basketball. I just want to ask you right now, other than, Utah and Dallas, Minnesota beating Memphis, Toronto getting spanked by Philadelphia, Golden State taking care of Denver, Miami beating Atlanta, Boston, Jason, boom. Last second shot.
Well, it wasn't really boom. It wasn't really boom. It was more boom.
Okay, to me, it's boom. Okay. Milwaukee taking care of Chicago, and Phoenix taking care of New Orleans. Anything stand out in those first games of these series?
Well, I mean, we certainly have to talk about the Boston and Brooklyn series. That was an unbelievable game, and that was just game one. If that's any indication what we're going to see in this series, we're in for a treat. And honestly, when you look at game one, the series is kind of this is why I was worried as high as I was on Boston. This is why I was worried about Brooklyn. I don't think they're going to go away. Kyrie Irving, does not want to get bounced by his former team in the Boston Celtics. I think Kevin Durant wants to maintain that best player in the world label that deservedly that he has. I mean, there's no doubt when you talk about the best players in the world, Kevin Durant is up there when healthy, if not the best. But Boston is, look, they could have lost that game, Bob. Let's not make it out like, Boston really had control of that game. Brooklyn looked as if they were going to pull off that upset.
Hey, I like to mess with you, man. They had complete control of that game. Was never in doubt in my mind.
How did they have complete control? But now
Just
I mean, if you're going to troll, go to the comments and become a troll. Like, I mean, come on, man. You're a host of the show. Don't say ignorant stuff.
Speaking of comments,
you never had a doubt.
Speaking of comments, Edgar
You didn't
is
even watch
back.
the game.
Hey, Edgar is back. Okay,
Edgar,
how you doing, Edgar? Peace to you. Thank you for joining us. We're leaving live chat available for the morning show and for this show, so feel free to comment. Look, I was just kidding around. I'm just trying to have a little fun here, okay? You're wound too tight. You need to loosen up, kid. All right, Toronto, Philadelphia tonight. If the first game is any indication, and this is not what I was expecting, Toronto's going down 2-0 in this series, right?
Well, no Scotty Barnes tonight. That's going to kill them. And when you look at game one, Bob, ironically, if you look at the stat sheet, you would assume that Toronto really had a good game plan defensively because Joel Embiid didn't exactly kill you and beat you per se. He had 19 points. James Harden had an okay game, but he's not really the guy that beat you. It was Tyrese Maxey. I don't think that Toronto expected that. Now, I'm taking nothing away from Tyrese Maxey because if he balls like he balled in game one, Philadelphia will become a major problem. The question is will he be able to maintain that? Because honestly, Toronto, I know they got spanked, but I mean, look, they allowed the guys you would expect to beat them or force the guys that you would want to beat. You don't want Embiid to be the guy beating you. You want it to be Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
But no Scotty Barnes tonight. Yes, they're going down 2-0. Toronto's got to get back home for some home cooking.
All right. The AM Masker said, you guys are awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate that very, very much.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So Utah and Dallas, and that's once again our link down below. If you click on that, it'll take you to that Mavericks Jazz game. I don't know. Is there any way that Dallas wins this series, Mike? Or
100%.
Okay.
You look at game one, Bob, they barely beat a Utah team. Donovan Mitchell was MIA in the whole first half. That's a disappointment. And if that becomes a trend and that becomes an issue where you have moments throughout a playoff game where Donovan Mitchell is not around, then Utah's in a lot of trouble, not for the future, but for now. I mean, Dallas shot very poorly from the free throw line, Bob. If they shoot half, they end up making that a game, if not winning it. And this is without Luka. Here's the worry: when Dallas gets home, and if this game is even if it's 0-2, even if they're down 0-2, I think if Luka comes back, they still have a great chance at coming back. And if they split, then Utah's in a lot of trouble. Gobert dominated on the glass, which I said if Utah was going to win this series, he had to dominate on the glass. He did. But even with all that, Bob, it's a 6-point game.
Okay. All right. I got you. I'm with you 100%. All right. In Golden State and Denver, the Joker is just not enough, Mike. They're a one-man team. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, they're a one-man team.
Yeah. You're 100% right. The Denver Nuggets are going to end up being way too reliant on Jokic. And, towards the end of the season, there was games that I thought that he looked a little tired, and rightfully so, taking nothing away from him. I don't want to make him mad or piss him off. He would knock me into next century.
Can I give him a call?
No, please don't. But look, Bob, they're not going to be able to rely on him. If Jokic plays an unbelievable game, I mean an unbelievable game, 55 points, rebounds, assists type of game, even with that, and if Golden State doesn't even play a real great game, I still think Golden State is going to win. I don't think Denver has enough. And with the emergence of Jordan Poole, another young player, we talked about Tyrese Maxey. You know how high I am on Anthony Edwards. He showed up and showed out in his first game in the playoffs. Look at Jordan Poole, man. A superstar in the making, Bob.
Okay. This is for Edgar. Edgar Covarrubias. Just for you, Edgar. Hey, bravissimo. All right, Mike, we're going to do a little positive EV looking around here. And I'm going to want you to share your screen if you can. And let's do a little positive EV and bet tracker for the folks. Let people see what we got going on here and some of the plays that we think we want to make tonight. Mike, I looked this morning. I don't know if they're still there. There were several PRAs with Siakam and I think I saw one on Embiid. There's a Harden points one. I want some plays that I can hit tonight and make some money. Help me out.
Yeah, Bob, I'm checking for you right now. I've added a couple in my bet tracker, but I'm on the search right here, and I'm going to see if anything stands out in this game right now. That's a player turnover for Van Fleet. Draymond Green, that's on a PRA, but
that's a Danny Green one.
Or I'm sorry, Danny Green. Why I said Draymond Green. Yeah. We'll take a look at this. There, it looks like the under is the play on this. Minus 115 on BetMGM. OddsJam perfect line is priced at minus 145. That's what Pinnacle has given you. Plus 110 on the over.
Hey, let's pull that no vig up, bud. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
So Mike is going to the no vig calculator, which is going to take the juice out of this
play. So fair odds on this play, minus 124. Once the juice is taken out on that under, we're able to get it at minus 115 on BetMGM right now. So I would venture to say it's a profitable play. It's not necessarily one I'm exactly thrilled about.
Okay.
But I think we'll go ahead and we'll bet it for the people here, and we'll take the under, and we'll throw a smaller amount on. We're only going to throw 10 on this one.
Okay. All right.
But we'll roll with that.
Very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Comments. Kodiak Coco. By the way, Kodiak, that's my dog's name, Coco. The little dog in the YouTube thumbnail, that's Coco. Says, nice hits on NHL lately. I just subbed. And then AM Massacre, these guys rock. Straightforward. What I love is they show the losers, not just the winners. Thank you very much. Because you know what? There's no such thing as winning all the time. I mean, It just didn't happen,
Bob, there's a play on Embiid going under on 49.5 PRA, and I think the consensus there is probably look at what Tyrese Maxey was able to provide for them. If you're the 76ers, why would you not ride Tyrese Maxey if he's going to be able to give you the kind of game that he gave you there? And Embiid doesn't have to give you as much, therefore sort of resting, if you will. Not to take away from Toronto, but that's the consensus there. Minus 110.
Question for you, Mike. We have a question for you. I have to interrupt you.
No, that's fine.
Dave Backstrom said, why wouldn't you be thrilled with it, that play that you just had? Shouldn't you just trust the math and bet every single play?
Yeah, I mean,
positive EV. No, you should not bet every single play that shows positive EV. But if you did, you would be profitable. I guarantee you.
Here's why it concerns me. This is the only reason, because it's a low number at 10.5 on a PRA. And Danny Green, he's a 3-point shooter. So that worries me. If he's able to somehow knock a couple of threes down in that game,
exactly,
then you're a little worried. And now all of a sudden that's 6 points on a couple of threes. Now you only need, 5 more points out of whether it's a rebound and a couple of assists, or even, he hits another 3, then you're really in trouble,
Right. That's a good question, Dave. Thank you.
But yes, a very good question. Yeah, I appreciate the question, and please keep them coming if you guys got any more, because I'd be gladly to address that. Back to the Embiid. As you can see, Pinnacle's giving us minus 143 on the under 49.5. We're getting it at minus 110. Plus 108 is what they're giving us on the over. Well, you're not getting that anywhere, so good luck on that. So we'll take that plus 108 and minus 143. So we put plus 108 and minus 143. We're going to see what our fair odds are on this play, the true odds, once we've taken the juice out, because ultimately that's how sports books make their money, is on the juice, right? So we're getting this play, fair odds, I should say, on this play, minus 122. That's the true odds that are revealed. We're getting it at what? Minus 110. So a good, valuable play. I like this one a lot more. I'm going to throw 20 on it. And I like that one a lot more than the Danny Green one. So I am going to throw a little extra 10 on it.
All right. So show your bet tracker for these folks, Mike.
Yep. As you'll see here, I've placed the bet. It's going to go through as it's loading. And you'll see that green check mark next to it there. That says that I have bet that play. So if I'm scrolling on the positive EV page and I'm looking for more plays, look, I've got one on James Harden up here, that's got a green check mark. Now I can see all the ones, okay, I don't have to mess with that. I already made that play, took that bet. So we go to our bet tracker, and I'm going to show you some plays that I've already placed today. So tail them if you want. So here's our bet tracker. You'll see right here the closing line value is what these are. If it's in the green, that means you did good.
Yeah, green good, red bad.
The odds, I should say, if you're in the green here, that means you ended up getting good odds on that play, Bob.
Edgar, I'm gonna say that your name is Covarrubias. Do I roll the R?
Let me run through this bet tracker for y'all. I have a real early bet. I mean, you see this game's on Tuesday, right? In this Memphis-Minnesota game. Already placed a bet on it. That's Jaren Jackson, over 14.5 points. You're going to have to expect him to step up a little more if they're going to match Minnesota's duo of Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns. Cat, as Bob knows him.
Yeah, I call him Cat.
We're riding James Harden tonight. Look, I'm going to expect him to come out and have a good night. I think Tyrese Maxey will step up, but I don't think Tyrese Maxey is going to have the kind of game he had in game one. Therefore, James Harden will have to score more. I took him on the over 21.5 points. I was able to get that at minus 110.
Sam Rogers, how you doing, Sam? He says, my guy, Bob. All right, get me to the top and show me the overview of the bet tracker.
Yeah, well, if you guys are looking, because like you see, I got a lot of plays. We got Donovan Mitchell over 38.5 PRA, plus 100 odds on that. That's a good, valuable play. I highly recommend you tail that. Jokic, under 50.5 PRA, plus 110. I highly suggest you tail that.
Yes.
And, hey, speaking of Tyrese Maxey, I do have him over on a 25.5 PRA, though. So I got great odds on that play, plus 105. Exactly. Look at all these bets that I got going, guys. Tail them. Screenshot right now what I'm showing you so you can go back and look. Let's get it.
All right. And then the overview, click up there, please. Thank you. You can see his total profit, what he's got pending. His ROI is really good, 26.1. And folks, I'm going to tell you right now, Mike plays a lot of positive EV plays in the NBA. He's done a lot. And then his
here you see that's all positive EV bets that I've been placed for this last minute betting show. It's all positive EV, baby.
And 68.1%, he's beating the closing line value. So there you go.
So basically, Bob, this stuff is legit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, they're just all these are positive EV plays that I'm placing. Do I add some handicapping strategies? Potentially, yeah, but for the most part, the math does the work for me. It tells me that I'm getting the premier odds on that play and that I can't get that good of odds on that particular play anywhere else. And you've got to take that every chance you can get, because then what happens, Bob, is if you go 2 and 3 on your bets, if you got top odds on a play that was plus odds that you could only get for minus odds on other books, you made profit even though you went 2 and 3.
Okay, so let me step in here now, because I'm picking on my videos that I do 13 picks a day. All right, that's a lot of picks, folks. You can't find everything on positive EV. There are sometimes when NHL player props are there, sometimes they're not. So in that case, as I share my screen, I want to show you how you can line shop and how you can get to what I call that sport. You feeling good now? That
Clear my
sports.
throat a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought you burped. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't burp.
uh, that sports odds page, as I like to call it. All right.
Although I could.
So I can go here and
Dr.
I
Pepper.
can go and I can check, for instance, on this one, total goals. Okay. I know I made this play earlier over 6.5. And now, you know what? That's pretty close to what I got it this morning. I actually made this bet at like 7:30 this morning. Minus 118, yeah. Perfect line, minus 115. I'm not going to find these great positive EV plays here, but I'm going to find a number that is good, that is going to make me a profitable better. Okay.
Right.
And that's really what it's all about, folks, is being profitable. Now,
yeah, line shopping is great. And Bob, don't forget to point out that it's not a bad idea to early line shop. It's not, it's now I will say that, yeah, there are times you can still get a good play close to tip. Okay, maybe so. But the majority of the time, Bob, you can find really good odds early more often than not. So I highly suggest early line shopping.
What can I say? Peyton, I don't know how you say your name, Rademacher said Bob the GOAT. That's all I can say. The GOAT. All right, so look. What we need to do here is we need to remind you that there's a link down below in the description for the Mavericks versus Jazz best bet. Now, I want to share my screen one more time, Mike. I'm sorry. I shouldn't keep on doing this, but I forgot I wanted to do this. I'm actually going to go to this NBA page. And as I scroll down here, there is the Mavericks versus Jazz, Utah Jazz Game 2 betting preview. And look, there it all is right there, folks. Some great information, okay? I believe Matt Modi put this all together. Some great information right there. So click that link. You're going to find some great information. We're going to try to do this for hockey also. That's a lot of work, okay? But we're going to try to do that. So now, Mike, I just want to tell you, my locks are now at, actually, you know what? They are 17-10. I apologize for not updating. I am 17-10 in my locks, and I'm going to do something very different tonight. Here's what I'm doing. I'm doing a 3-pick parlay in same game parlay. Got 50% profit boost on DraftKings. In the Flames and Blackhawks games, Flames minus 1.5 on the puck line, over 6.5 total goals, and Matthew Tkachuk an anytime goal scorer. Are you guys tailing me on this one? What do you think? That is my lock. Can you believe I went with a parlay for a lock?
Yeah, I mean, that's what does that? How are you going to determine your record in that? Are you going to give yourself, if you win 2 of the 3 legs, are you going to give yourself 2 wins, or are you counting 3 picks because it's a parlay, and if it don't hit, it's a loss? How are you doing?
It's either a win or a loss. I either win or lose. Dave Backstrom has another question here. Edgar, by the way, says early bird gets the worm. Dave says if you make a play that you think is positive EV, but later the line moves against you, do you just ride it out or try to cash out or bet opposite? Really depends on the game and what's happening in the game. You know, if you have an opportunity to get plus money, you know, in a cash out, do it. Or if you think the thing is absolutely going to lose and you're only going to lose 50%, cash the thing out. I usually ride them all the way through. And Shelby said, what are the best player props for today? Mike's already went through some of those earlier. Rewatch this video. That's all you got to do. You can do an overview real quick, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. I would hit Jokic on the under 50.5 points, rebounds, assists. You can get that at plus 110 odds. And then I'm high on the Donovan Mitchell over 38.5 PRA. He's got to step up. You can get that at plus 100. So those are a couple of player prop bets that I like for tonight. Now, my lock of the night.
There you go. I want it. What is it?
All right. We're going to get, because this is the line right now, we're going to get real risky. We're still taking Philadelphia on the live line right now, -8 tonight.
Okay.
No Scotty Barnes. I expect the 70, even at -8. You could have got a little better if you bet it early, but I still like that line now.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right, folks. We want you to like the video after we are done live here. Go back and like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need subscribers, as many as possible, so we can continue to do this. You've been listening to and watching Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts. Hey, check out what Mike and Alex and I are doing on TikTok. OddsJam _ Nuts with a Z. Thank you for the comments, guys. Some of you guys get out here on the morning show and help me out in the morning. Kind of hard to do that, you know. Edgar, thank you, bro. Peace.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Covarrubias.
Same time tomorrow.
Peace.